Hello and welcome. It's Karen McFadden here from CakeCoachOnline. And I thought I would turn up live today because this morning, and this is not unlike any other day, I spied, because I do keep an eye on lots of people in the cake decorating community in the Facebook groups. And I've invariably see various rants of people saying that they're struggling with various different bits and bobs, which is what we cover when we are helping people at Cake Coach Online with things that they're struggling with. And the big question today was within a very large group of people, and the young lady said she was sick and tired of not hearing back. She said, I never hear back when I give out my price. And somebody said, what are you doing when you give out your price? And she said, well, I just send them my price list. And to use a term that everybody uses nowadays, I got ghosted, right? Anybody that knows me knows my big rant about just giving out a price via a message. Because I did, a few years ago now, I did a little quiz with people that were not necessarily cake decorators. They were my friends on Facebook, right? So we're going from all ages. So it's not just people that were my age, which is obviously older and wiser. And there was youngsters as well on there. Yes, I've got friends who were young too. But I actually said to them, if you were ordering a bespoke cake, how would you like to be spoken to by your designer? And do you know what? There was a good, I guess, 90 people, 100% said, I wish to have a conversation. When you think about it, if you're trying to have a designed cake to your specifications, you haven't gone to somebody's website and you're going to have a pink one of those and it'll be 12 inches tall and be that many layers. Why wouldn't you want to have a conversation? Because you want to have it designed specifically to you. So I just wanted to run by, I have got like 10 ideas of why it's best to speak directly to a customer. I'm just going to cover 3 today, right? Let's just think about it, because actually there's another thing to talk to you today about, is like people buy from people that they like. That's number 1. Number 2, people buy with their emotions. Now, if all we're doing is sending a text message or WhatsApp message, a messenger message, whichever, which just goes, the price for your design is fill in the blank, £140 or whatever. We haven't had a conversation with them. We haven't heard how they're speaking. We haven't heard what they're valuing about their spend for their cake, right? We're just pinging them a price. And a lot of people are just then going, oh, well, I'll go and find somebody who does want to talk to me then, because that's, to be honest, if I was ordering a bespoke cake that I wasn't going to make for myself, I would probably go and find somebody that would talk to me too. So one of the reasons is personalised service. So if you speak directly with a customer, this allows you to give a personalised service. Now, you're much more likely to secure that order if somebody believes that you're better than the previous girl that they just asked for a price, who just literally pinged them a message. You can understand their specific needs, their preferences, dietary requirements, for instance. You know, I mean, they might say, oh, I want a gluten-free cake, and therefore you've priced it all up and it's more expensive because of the time, the effort, the cost of the ingredients, whichever. But the level of attention for the personalised service gives a positive impression and builds a stronger customer relationship. So you definitely need to think about the personalised service. Because you're on a telephone call or a Zoom call, or however you choose to have that conversation, you can address concerns, right? Because you will hear directly from your customer, I'm worried about X, I'm worried about Y. You can address those concerns there and then. And that conversation between you and your potential customer means that you're not going to go back and forwards with messages here, there, and everywhere and have streams of messages. I've heard some of the girls on the Facebook group say, oh, I get messages at 11 o'clock at night from my customer worried about X, worried about Y. If you were running a bakery and somebody was coming into your shop to order a cake, they're not open at 11 o'clock at night, ready and waiting with their order book open to say, oh, customer X decided that she wanted an extra on the top of it, therefore I'll amend it. It's like, just because we work from home, why do we accept? We can address the concerns there and then by talking to people, right? We can offer reassurance and build trust, because that's the other point, is people buy from people that they like. And if you just send a message, how do they ever get to know your personality, what you're good at? Number 3 is showcasing expertise. How can you showcase your expertise if you don't ever speak to your customers? You have the opportunity to showcase your expertise when you're baking and cake design, and your passion and knowledge will convince customers to come with you. If you're just starting out, I know it's a scary thing to get to have a conversation, because you know what people are worried about is the rejection. We're worried that they're going to turn around and say that price is too high, but there's ways of navigating that price is too high, because maybe their budget is too low. That's the point. But there's things we can do if we have a conversation with those people. And let's think about the emotions, that if people buy with emotion, what emotions are we looking to satisfy? Well, they're looking to be contented. They're looking for anticipation of having a lovely cake. They're looking for curiosity. They're looking for happiness. They're looking for excitement. They're looking to feel secure in the knowledge that you are the right person for the job. And what are you doing in order to make sure that your potential customers perceive you as the right person? Have you got all of your social media accounts? Have you got all of the bios there, right, so that people know where you live and where you deliver to, if you do indeed deliver, or where they can collect from? Have you got all that right? Do you look professional in all areas? And this is the sort of thing that Cake Coach Online loves to support our cake decorators with. I see so many saying, they put a picture up on Facebook and they say, how much is this? And then a whole load of people from all over the world come up with a complete range of things, of, from dollars to pounds to euros. And the range is like ridiculous, from £75 to, $980, fill in the blanks between. Completely pointless, right? Asking people on Facebook, although everybody on Facebook is lovely, but you're going to get 110 different opinions by asking on Facebook, which is why we set up our memberships to support the cake decorators with our expert guidance, rather than just sort of let's ask on a social media platform and like find all the answers, put them all in a hat and whisk them all around and pick one out, and we might be lucky if we get the right one. He's like, no, we teach the right way to do things, right? I was mystified this week, actually. I did see a fairly well-known cake decorator put a post up saying that she, and I'm not saying who it was surprised because they'd actually worked out the ingredients costs of their cakes or this particular design, and said that a few years ago, or length of time ago, it was only £200 and now it was £500, but they'd only just realised, and it was like, goodness me. That's quite a lot of money to lose if you're working off of something that's £300 too short now. So you need to be working out your prices for your ingredients, because the prices are going up all the time with the butter and goodness knows what else that goes with it. All of the embellishments on the top that people want. I'll have this fan on the top, and I'll have this topper and this and all the rest of it. All of that. And sometimes, by the way, sometimes less is more, right? Because I do see designs that have got literally so much on the top of it. It's like, oh, we could have probably made the cake a bit cheaper and actually look a little bit more elegant with a little bit more less. Is it? No, that's not a word. Anyway, a little bit less on the top. So I'm come here to tell you today that with the the Sweet Spot membership suite is open at the moment, and we're closing on the 31st, which is Monday, which is tomorrow, because I'm here because the Grand Prix is on, right? I don't like the Grand Prix. It's cars going around in circles, right? So I'm here talking to you as opposed to watching the Grand Prix, right? So anyway, so I digress. Tomorrow, the Sweet Spot membership suite is closing its doors and will reopen again in the future. So if you want to get in and come and join us, we have lots of help and encouragement and all the rest of it. Somebody might be saying to me, well, who are you to know what to do in a, to tell people how to run their businesses? It's like, okay, here's the rub, right? I am a qualified business coach, and I'm qualified in sugarcraft, City and Guilds, as well as a teaching certificate. I'm an accelerated business growth coach. So you've got a business coach on board with you. I'm actually an NLP master, which means that we do lots of things with words and how to express ourselves, etc. I know lots of people and lots of experts to come and talk to you. For instance, this week I just interviewed one of the top UK experts in allergens, and that session is going to be coming into our Cake Circle membership, because at the moment there's 14 allergens, and the UK in particular is making it more, and there's going to be 21 to look out for. So I quizzed her on all things allergens, how do we deal with it, etc. We've had loads of different experts within the Cake Circle. And as well, we've got a little light membership called the Cupcake Party HQ, which actually teaches you how to run local cupcake parties, which if you want to elevate your income from your sugarcraft work and you're not feeling ready to sell your bespoke designs and you want to make some money locally, that's an idea. You can join at the light level or you can join at the premium level. But I just wanted you to know that the doors will be shutting at midnight Pacific Standard Time. I'll say that without lisping. On Monday night. And we've got intakes of members coming in just right now. So if you want to learn how to price, sell, market, get support, guidance, encouragement, if you're frustrated with the whole cake decorating, people are not buying my cakes and I don't understand why, we've got ideas to help you and ways that you can sell your cakes. And that's what we really want to do. I get so passionate when I see people on Facebook saying I'm struggling with this. And normally it's like, my customers are not getting back to me. I mean, we have a lot of questionable customers who say they want a cake and then they don't pay, and there's all things like that. But having the support and guidance and actually knowledge on cake, on running a business, because an awful lot of cake decorators, let's be honest, have never actually been in and around a small business ever. So kind of they just like wing it. And if you're really serious about your cake business, you need to get serious about it. It's almost like, oh, well, I'll just make a little bit of money making some cakes. Okay, that's fine. If you're a hobby baker and you just want to make one cake a month or whatever, or just going to do it for family and friends, whichever. But if you're serious about wanting to make money from your cakes, then you actually need to find out the professional ways of doing things, right? So I likened it to getting a wound and you very hurty hand or whatever you've just done. It's like you could just stick a plaster on it, right? Elastoplast on it. Or it might be that bad that you have to go to the hospital. If you're like me and you cut your finger on a glass when you were washing up at one point in time, you have to go to the hospital. Instead of putting a plaster on it and hope it all stuck together and eventually healed, I had to go to the hospital and have it stitched. I see our membership as the stitching, the professional bit for your business, because we've got all sorts of knowledgeable experts. We've got guidance. We've got done for you graphics. If you want to put some things out on Facebook and Instagram, we've got a graphic designer on board. We've got all sorts of experts lined up, ready and waiting to talk to us. If you join at the Cake Circle level, there's also an archive of all the past videos as well. So that's it. That's what we've got to offer. It shuts at midnight Pacific Standard Time on the 31st, which is Monday night. So do come and join us. I would love to have you there. Remember, people buy from people that they like. So in order to get people to like you, you need to communicate with them. So that was where I started and where I'm going to finish. So I'm communicating with you. Do come and join us, and we would love to have you on board. So that's it. Bye for now.